welcome to the Upcycled Fabric Workshop with Elinor Nathaniel from REMEANT Textiles. I'm really excited to be hosting this, and I'm Noor Bchara from Upcycle Design School. So Elinor, I will let you take it from here.
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much, and I'm really sorry about everything about the delay, but I had a bad reception or something. Okay, so maybe I can share the screen now, which tell you a little bit about REMEANT. Second. Okay. Just a second. Okay, so just a second.
You're muted. Elinor, you're muted. Oh, that's better.
Yes, sorry. Okay. So I will tell you, just a second, sorry, my son is here. Sorry, just a second. I have a 4 years old son and he wants to join our meeting. So, okay. So right now I will start. So I will tell you a little bit about REMANT, which is we are actually turning plastic waste into innovative fabrics. Actually, I started when I learned, I will tell you a little bit. I started when I learned textile design in Israel in Shelkar College. And I was always fascinated by plastic materials and what can we do with wasted materials like bubble wrap and other materials that we are actually using for one time, and then we are just throwing it away. So during my studies, I always start developing new materials and find out what we can do with those materials that are wasted and only used for a single use time. So then, at my last year there, I invented REMEANT, which is the new textile that is based on just those wasted materials. And of course, I take my husband with me to the business, which is very nice to work with him together. Um, so I have a little bit experience. I have experience I started as a printing designer when I learned textile. Also, I worked as a handbag designer and I worked at styling. And I always liked design for many kinds. Then when I found REMEANT, I really invested in developing those materials because I understand how important it was and how important it is today to use those materials. And my husband has also degree is experienced with finance and international marketing, and he helps me a lot in my business. And here you can see the first collection that I really did by myself with REMEANT fabric. You can see how much colorful it is. And it was very exciting. We had a show and we heard a lot of good things about it. And afterwards, we decided we don't like to produce the bags. We are giving it to the designer that each designer can do the best of it. And we are the best we know the best how to make the textiles, the colors and everything. So we stay in this place. You can see here that REMEANT is actually made of different materials like bubble wrap and aluminum and other different packaging waste. And also we have a plain textures and a marble textures. And we're trying to do our best to find new materials every day, to work with new factories. And we are trying, you can, actually the designers that we are working with are asking colors every time, new colors, new textures, and we kind of invest in, we are kind of developing new materials through those designers, which is also very exciting. You can see a few samples of a backpack and a jacket that we made. I can tell you that it's suitable for a lot of high quality products, and it's also water resistant and easy to clean. It has a lot of advantages. The color, for example, does not fade for many years. It is really long lasting, and because of all this waste, you have unlimited quantities. Um, you can ask for more, and actually not like you're ordering a few meters, and then you cannot order more from it. Also, it's really smooth. It has a lot of, it's really lightweight and it's easy to stitch. And it's also waterproof and washable. And you can make it a lot of textile products like pillows and bags and a jacket and iPad case and furniture, outdoor furniture and shoes also. So the sky's the limit. So except it has a lot of textures and colors, and it has a leather. It looks like a leather actually, and we also just a second. Okay, so here you can see that we did a lot of laboratory tests to this textile, and we saw that even after a lot of rounds that we try to break it down, the color does not change for many, many years. And you can see here the before and after. It looks actually the same one, which we are very happy about it. So we really the first company that are taking packaging materials and turning it into beautiful textiles, which is also to create actually a demandable and useful materials for the whole design and fashion industry. We did a lot of we were in a lot of shows and everything. To show how much it is important. And that's it for now. Okay. So no, there is something that I didn't answer that I was supposed to. I don't remember.
I just would love to know like more about the process of how you take the
Yes.
packaging and turn it into the beautiful fabric that you guys make.
Yes, I missed that, right? So we are taking the textiles. We are the wasted materials. We are collecting it from the factories here in Israel, and also from the post-consumer. People actually are giving it to us, and which is also very exciting. Then we are coloring everything, all the materials by hand with sustainable and eco-friendly colors. And with heat and everything, we are and our process that we developed during the time and also filed for a patent for this. We are turning it into the textile that is waterproof and easy to stitch and high quality textile.
So you do like a paint for the colors?
We did the paint by ourselves also. It's something that we developed during the time, and it's really different from the regular process that today, when you want to color bubble wrap, for example, you are putting specific colors, and then you're producing it together with the color. What we are doing, we develop a color that we can put after to put on existing materials, which is a lot of it is a different thing because we can use that's the way we can use actually waste and coloring.
And then you put something else to seal it on top or something?
No,
The color seals it.
yeah,
Oh, interesting. So you guys do
yeah,
this by hand, you don't have a machine that makes it.
no.
Okay.
which is a lot of work. And I must say that if only because I like the result of it and the textile that I'm doing this every time.
And about like what is the cost
The
for
cost,
to purchase the fabric?
the cost of what, or to produce it,
Of the cost that you guys sell the fabric for?
how much we are selling it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it depends on the material and the quantities, of course, but the price for all the materials is $24 per meter on 50 centimeter wide, because this is the wide we are working with, and you can order how long you want.
Okay. And so what are some of the challenges, I guess, from your current process, and what do you need in order to take this to the next level? And is there an opportunity to bring down the cost and to take it to a bigger scale? Because the fabric is beautiful.
Thank you. So we are actually also we are connecting with factories, and it's not easy because factories want a lot of quantities in the term of factory and not private designers, and it's really hard to convince them to give us the leftovers and everything. After they're okay with this, we need to travel and to collect it also after we are getting the proof from them. So we need to collect it also, and it's taking a lot of time to produce it also. So we got funding from when we started development. It has a lot of things we need to solve, and we got funding from the Shenkar College here in Israel, and also from the Innovation Authority, and that's helped us to develop the material and also to try to rescale it. So we found a factory here that was interested. We did the testing, and then we proceed in the producing the textile. But we need to fundraising more money to keep this industrial process, to make it in industrial one, to find machines that can adopt the process and everything. So it's not easy, but we are looking for investors to keep going, to make it more, to make more quantities, less time. Yeah,
And more affordable.
yeah, exactly.
And so if you're able to do that, then you don't have to color color it by hand. Then there it can
Yes,
be
but I believe that when we found the machines and the factories and everything, right now designers has a lot of advantages because they can order how much they want, and from each color they want. So it's really convenient if they want a full collection out of different colors, they can afford it. We can afford it. But during the time, if we will have a factory, it will be a problem to give them a little bit of meters, because the machines are taking a lot of meters by start. You can't start the machine working without do like at least I don't know 1, 2, 300 meters at least.
got it. Okay.
So right now we are really adapt ourselves to what people want and how much they want, and they don't have a minimum order, which is also great.
So right now a designer can give you a custom color and you guys can do any color.
Exactly, almost any color we can do with the textures that we have from the raw materials that we are using.
Interesting.
Yeah, we
Cool.
have plain, we have the bubbles, we have the shiny look of the silver.
And where do you guys get the bubbles from? Do you have a source?
Factory that is recycling bubble wrap, and also from people that actually moving from home to home or something, do relocation or something. They are giving it to us because they have a lot, and we can use everything, small, big.
Uh,
Of course, it's take a lot of time to deal with different sizes and everything, but the the result is more interesting.
yes.
Also, we are taking from the factories something like they don't have what to do with this because it has holes or everything. It's really doesn't good for a product for them, but for us it's more interesting.
Mhm. Cool. I would like to open this up to questions from anybody. If you guys have any questions about the REMANT process, and for Elinor, you can just turn on your microphone and ask or type it into the chat.
I would love to.
So also, just while we're on the subject of upcycled fabrics in general, are there resources you could recommend for people that are interested in just learning more about creating upcycled fabric and what the potential is for more of it?
I think they can Google it and find similar. Today there are a lot of different upcycled fabrics from different materials. Some of them are organic, some of them are not. So it's very interesting to learn about it and to see what the differences. We actually dealing with single-use plastic, which I think is the worst problem to recycle today, and it's a man-made product that we are producing, but we really need to solve this problem. So you can find on Google everything.
There's a lot of information.
Really a wide range of different textiles.
Cool. And do you see yourself expanding into other materials to create different types of upcycled fabric?
Of course, we are getting factories or people that are working with different kinds of plastic are getting into talking with us, and they are asking if we can produce our textile from it. So we are checking, developing, and together we are getting to new materials every day. We want to solve as much as we can.
Great. So we have one question from Haiwan Lim. She posted it in the chat. Can you share customer feedbacks if you have any?
Yeah, of course. So right now we are working with some designers here in Israel. Actually, bags designers. We have a shoe designer that said it's wonderful, and the look is very unique for shoes. Also, it's waterproof, so it has a lot of advantages for shoes. And high durability, like if you want high durability bags, so it's very suitable for it. And we are now working with designers that are doing a coat from this, a raincoat, also because of the rain and everything. So we have really also an outdoor furniture that we can make. There's a lot of options.
Is it difficult to sew the material? Is it thick?
No, it's very easy to sew it. It's a lot of, yeah, it's another advantage.
It's water resistant or waterproof, you said?
Yeah, and also you can, if it's getting dirty, you can only or washing it or putting clean it with a wipe, everything.
Nice. And if designers want to order the fabric, they can just go to REMEANT.com and they can just purchase it online?
Yeah, of course. They can tell us, contact with us through the email, tell us what they want, which color, which texture, and we are, and they can order it. No minimum.
No minimum.
No. Right now, no.
Right now. Cool. Is there anything else about REMANT that you want to share, or anything before we wrap up?
That it was really hard working to solve a lot of problem with this, and now we are really happy we have a high quality fabric, and I can say it's really hard work to produce it, but the result of it and it's a little bit how to explain it by the internet and the website, but we are sending samples, and then you can understand how different is from the materials that is today, from plastic materials that you're using for different products. It's really different.
Cool. Well, thank you. I think
and also you can follow us by Instagram. Sorry, You can follow us by Instagram. We are all the time trying to update and to say what's new and what designers are made from the fabric and everything. So it's REMEANT Textiles. You can follow, and we trying to update every time.